What is good? It's your boy Flames back at it again. Another Bible reading video, and today I'm about to be reading out of Judges chapter 21. Last chapter of Judges. Then we'll be on uh the book of Ruth, which we might just do in one day. I'm not gonna lie, it's 4 chapters. We might just knock it out in one day. We might do it in two. I don't know. But Judges chapter 21. Without further ado, get right to it. Wives provided for the tribe of Benjamin. So I guess they're not completely eliminated, I guess. I don't know. Now the men of Israel had sworn at Mizpah, no one of us shall give his daughter in marriage to Benjamin. The people came to Bethel and sat there till evening before God. And they lifted up their voices and wept bitterly. And they said, O Lord, the God of Israel, why has this happened in Israel, that today there should be one tribe lacking in Israel? And the next day the people rose early and built there an altar and burnt offerings and peace offerings. And the people of Israel said, which of all the tribes of Israel did not come up in the assembly of the Lord? For they had taken a great oath concerning him who did not come up to the Lord of Mizpah, saying, he shall surely be put to death. And the people of Israel had compassion for Benjamin their brother, and said, one tribe is cut off from Israel this day. What shall we do for wives for those who are left, since we have sworn by the Lord that we will not give them any of our daughters for wives? And they said, what one is there of the tribes of Israel that did not come up to the Lord from Mizpah? And behold, no one had come to the camp from Jabesh Gilead to the assembly. But when the people were mustered, behold, not one of the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead were there. So the congregation sent 12,000 of the bravest men there and commanded them, go and strike the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead with the edge of the sword, also the women and the little ones. Bro, they used to be wilding back then, bro. Like we hear about stuff nowadays, like with the wars and stuff, and yeah, it sucks, and yeah, it's messed up. I think all war, is not good. It happens. It's a part of life. But they used to just, hey yo, just go wipe them off the map real quick. Like, um, okay. Go instruct the inhabitants. This is what you shall do. Every male and every woman that has lain with a male, you shall devote to destruction. And they found among inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead 400 young virgins who had not known a man by lying with him. And they brought them to the camp at Shiloh, which is in the land of Canaan. So they just killed everybody but the virgins and were like, okay, since they didn't help wipe out this tribe. And then those people, as punishment, got basically forced to marry the weirdos, and the rest of them got eliminated just for not showing up to do their due diligence and to serve justice. Crazy. And the whole congregation sent word to the people of Benjamin who were at the rock of Rimmon, and proclaimed peace to them. And Benjamin returned at that time. And they gave them the woman whom they had saved alive to the woman of Jabesh Gilead, but they were not enough for them. And the people had compassion on Benjamin because the Lord had made a breach in the tribes of Israel. And the elders of the congregation said, what shall we do for wives for those who are left, since the women are destroyed out of Benjamin? And they said, there must be an inheritance for the survivors of Benjamin, that a tribe not be blotted out from Israel. Yet we cannot give them wives from our daughters. For the people of Israel had sworn, cursed be he who gives a wife to Benjamin. So they said, behold, there is a yearly feast of the Lord at Shiloh, which is north of Bethel, up to the east of the highway that goes up from Bethel to Shechem and south of Lebonah. And they commanded the people of Benjamin, saying, go lie in ambush in the vineyards and watch if the daughters of Shiloh come out to dance in the dances. And come out of the vineyards and snatch each man his wife from the daughters of Shiloh. Bro, what? And go to the land of Benjamin. And when their fathers or their brothers come to complain to us, we shall say to them, grant them graciously to us, because we did not take for each man of them his wife in battle, neither did you give them to them. Else you would now be guilty. Okay, what? And the people of Benjamin did so and took their wives according to their number, from the dancers whom they carried off. And they went and returned to their inheritance and rebuilt the towns and lived in them. And the people of Israel departed from there in that time, every man to his tribe and family. They went out from there, every man to his inheritance. In those days, there was no king in Israel. Everyone did who was right in their own eyes. That was a kind of crazy last three chapters. Like, this whole book was just completely all over the place. Like, some really messed up stuff right there, dude. Um, Jeez. I don't really know. Um, I guess, I mean, I just feel bad for those poor girls. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's not their fault that the people around them messed up. But I mean, I guess, times were different now, women were seen a little bit differently. Like, even this, the whole, like, aspect of, like, selling your daughter, like, it's just different, bro. It's different customs. Um, and, I can look at it from my perspective now and how my worldview is and how I've been influenced by my worldview and how I've lived and what my social norms are and the society that I've lived in. And I could be like kind of weird, but it wasn't weird to them. And it was just life. So I'm not going to try not to be judgmental. Um, but yeah, and I'm sure like some other people, reading this stuff have probably had similar thoughts, but it's just different. But, yeah, I don't know. I love y'all. God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. And I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. We're about to start a new book, First Samuel. Oh wait, no, sorry, Ruth. You got to read Ruth, 4 chapters, um, and then we'll get into First Samuel, and then after First Samuel, we'll get into Second Samuel, and then we'll get into Kings, and we'll start learning about some of the actual more history and get into like Kings is like a bunch of different rulers and stuff, and just really interesting stuff that I really want to get into reading. So we'll hurry up and get there as fast as we can. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all so much, and I'll see y'all next one. Peace.